Welcome back to Obscure Star Wars EU, and today I have two Star Wars video games to talk about that I have talked about before. I made a video 2 or 3 years ago about these games, where I was just recording my computer screen from a phone. It was very weird. And then I made a video about Obscure Star Wars EU media quite a while ago, I think like 8 months ago at this point, which included these, but I wanted to make their own separate video where I could actually show you some gameplay from these video games. And the two games that I'm going to be talking about today are Star Wars The Clone Wars for the Leapfrog Didj, and Star Wars Jedi Trials for the Leapfrog Didj. Both of these are video games for a console called the Leapfrog Didj. And the Leapfrog Didj I have here in a case. It came with its own Star Wars themed console. So I can show that right here. And this is what it looks like. It was made as a competitor to the Nintendo DS by the company Leapfrog. And Leapfrog is an educational company that made games for children. You have an adapter here that can connect to a computer, but I don't know if it can play the screen on the computer. I think that's for downloading content that was put onto websites that you could download onto the software. I sadly don't think this could be linking it to a computer that I could screen record from, but I could be wrong. I'm not that great with video games. There's also a headphone jack here on the console. On the back, you can see the batteries. Now, this console doesn't charge. It takes AA batteries. And so you put your coin in here, pop this off. You have to use a coin to open it. And there's 2 AA's in each side. The card goes up there. And I have another example of one of the other cards as they fit nicely into this case. The other one is this Jedi Trials card. Very small cards. Just standard-looking game cards. But these games are largely forgotten and not really talked about at all within the EU fandom. And I find it really odd because these games have their own story. They have their completely own unique story. The controls here, you can see an A/B button, a help button, home button, pause button, and then a standard moving around button that's kind of old school now. The volume quality is pretty decent. The volume quality is controlled on the side, as well as the power button, and then there's brightness control on the side as well. I'll start by talking a bit about the Clone Wars game. This game teaches geometry, fractions of a whole, fractions of a set, and place value. It is for grades 1st to 3rd and ages 6 to 9, and it teaches math, according to the little blurb about it. They do have a little insert that talks about the game, paper insert. Same with Jedi Trial, which I'll just get that out of the way and show that one as well. Okay. And this game follows an interesting story that is original EU material. This is not said anywhere else in the EU. So these aren't adapting the show like you might expect. You might expect that these are going to be adapting episodes of the show in game form. Or you might expect that these are math games with the characters but don't have a story. They do. They have their own original stories, their own original adventures set during the Clone Wars. That's a part of the EU. The back says, use your Jedi powers to destroy a sinister threat to the Republic. The Republic has just received news of a secret factory that is developing a powerful new droid, the Ultra Droideka. That's exclusive to this. If unleashed, an army of Ultra Droidekas could almost certainly deal a fatal blow to the Republic and the Jedi Order. Play as Jedi Knights Anakin Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi as they race against time to stop the Separatists' evil plans. Make it your game, earn up to 500 points to customize your game online. And then it shows you some of the example levels and some characters and some screenshots of characters. And you've even got the hyperspace logo here. And I looked in the credits of the game, and lo and behold, guess who's there? Leland Chee is thanked from Lucasfilm Continuity for helping with the game, which is so cool to know that he was even involved in these. What this game is it's a 2D scroller game. It's a platforming scroller game. As I'm playing this, I'm like, this is like Super Mario if Super Mario was in Star Wars and taught math. It has cutscenes that are like single pictures that have been created, like 3D rendered still images that are cutscenes with dialogue. Very, very cool. The sound effects are pretty good. The sound through the headphones is pretty nice. And it does teach math, but it does it in a way that doesn't disrupt the storytelling, but works with it. It's very interesting. These are very unique games that are quite obscure. Now, this one, Jedi Trials, is a little bit more special. It teaches grades 2nd to 4th, ages 7 to 10, so it's for a little bit older kids here. And its subject is science. On the back it says, "The Clone Wars rage on. No one can escape this galactic conflict, including you, a Padawan learning the ways of the Jedi. Count Dooku seeks the ancient, powerful Sith Nova Holocron." The Sith Nova Holocron is exclusive to here. "Follow teachings from Jedi Master Yoda, Anakin Skywalker, Isla Sakura, and Kit Fisto, and put your science skills to the test to defeat Dooku." And here's some of the screenshots on the back of this one. And it says, teaches simple machines, force, motion, and gravity, magnetism, electricity, and simple circuits. And then it has some gameplay here, some screenshots, which you'll notice are 3D. This is a third-person melee 3D graphics game. Surprisingly good graphics. Like, I'm surprised it runs on this little thing, but you do have 3D graphics in this game, which is crazy, because I feel like 3D third-person Star Wars games are well known, but this one has slipped through the cracks and faded into obscurity. So now I'd like to take the opportunity to show you guys a little bit of the gameplay of these games. The story to the first one, from what I recall, and it's been a couple years since I've played through them completely, you play as Anakin and Obi-Wan on various planets, and you're trying to find some codes that can lead you to the whereabouts of the Ultra Droidekas. You even have a space mission where you're fighting against General Grievous's forces who have found you. And it plays like Galaga, which is an old arcade-style game that has ships moving around in space, kind of like Galaga, Nexerion, and all that. It plays like that, but with Star Wars. You've got the Azure Angel in here running the missions, and it's just really, really kind of cool. And you eventually get to the Ultra Droideka facility, which is basically just a giant droideka, and you have to defeat it. Pretty cool game. This one, you're an unnamed Padawan that you can decide if they are a Togruta female, a female human, a male human, or a male Keldor. So you have some choice of different alien species in this one. I played with the Keldor for my playthrough, and it adjusts the cutscenes accordingly. So you have this unnamed Padawan character who his master's not with him anymore. Maybe it's implied that he died, and now you're going on missions with the various Jedi to various planets, trying to find the Sith Nova Holocron before Dooku and his goons track it down. So like Magna Guards, Ventress, Grievous, Dooku himself, all these people are boss fights essentially at the end of the level. The levels are quite long. It took me like 3 hours to play the whole game. That could be that I'm really bad at video games, or that this game has some heft to it. The story and narrative structure is pretty cool. The cutscenes are pretty well done, and very cool. So now I'm going to show you a bit of gameplay from both of these games, from both of these obscure games. And maybe, if you'd like, let me know in the comments. I'll do full playthroughs of the games, like level by level, in a separate series later on. Like a Let's Play video series, but I won't be able to screen record, so it would be my phone like very close on a tripod to the screen. But yeah, so I'm going to show you a little bit of the gameplay from these games, and maybe someday play through them all, because nowhere on YouTube, nowhere on the internet is the full playthrough of these stories given. So essentially, these are stories that are lost and inaccessible for audiences. These are interesting stories set during the Clone Wars era, so I want to kind of shine a light on the obscurity here with these video games. First, we'll play the Clone Wars, and then we'll take a look at Jedi Trials. Alright, so you get this first screen where it shows a series of names. So I will go ahead and play as Quinlan Voss, I suppose. My Didj,
choose a
your
character.
avatars,
My games,
and then
choose
you
a game
go
to
down
play.
to your games.
Select a game.
And it's got the Clone Wars right here. New game.
The fierce battles of the Clone Wars have spread to the farthest reaches of the galaxy. The Separatist army continues to challenge the Republic on all fronts. Countless lives are affected. News of a secret Geonosian droid facility has reached Republic headquarters with rumors of a new elite droid weapon. If the Separatists are able to unleash deadly hordes of an all-powerful Ultra Droidica, it could tip the balance of the war to them. Jedi Knights Anakin Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi lead a desperate mission to locate the hidden factory and stop the evil Separatist plans.
So hopefully that audio is okay. The Wookiees usually greet us, R2. This is very unusual. This is one of the cutscenes I mentioned. You're right, R2, I have a bad feeling about this. His lightsaber is now activated. This is Anakin on Kashyyyk. Then this is the loading screen between levels. I believe it'll give us a tutorial for how to play, even though I already know. You jump with this B button. You slice with the A button. The top analog on the left does a fancy slice. You can go down by hitting the down button. You can slice while down. You can block if you hold the right analog, which also moves his lightsaber up and down, just kind of for show. But you can hold it in place by holding down on the right analog and holding down with the down button. And you can force jump as well, but I don't want to use my force energy. Up across the top, you can see that this is my force energy, and down here in red is my health. Ooh, it's never glitched like this before. Alright, got through it. So you can jump stuff like that. You have to jump over stuff like this. These red medkits boost your health back up. B jumps me onto the vine. I do not know what's going on with the audio right now, though. It has never done this before. And here's where we're introduced to the math-based portions of the game. So, how many sides of an isosceles triangle must be the same length? Would be very embarrassing if I get this wrong. But it's actually been a while. Isosceles triangle, is it 2? Oh, good.
Correct.
So this is the math-based stuff. You have to answer 3 math-based questions to, Anakin does, to proceed with the mission. So these are separatist-based blockers that put a portal around him that he can't move out of unless he solves 3 math equations. Very kooky, kind of weird lore, but I guess it could work, potentially. I don't know. Hopefully you're able to see the screen well enough. It's hard for me to tell. Maybe if I tap in the middle, it'll focus a bit better here. Hopefully it's not that bad. Okay, so then you have to answer this fraction. Looks like 7/8.
Correct.
What digit is in the thousandths place? 5.
Correct.
So then you get to continue on. Here's the health pack. Jump up here. I think my first enemy will be up here somewhere. Yep. The crab droids require 2 hits. Oh yeah, and then I can run attack, which I don't know what that does exactly for me, but there you go. Travel up the vine. Oh shoot. I can duck under blaster bolts. I can deflect them back at them. It's quite fun. It's varied. Sometimes I do get in the mood to play this game, funnily enough. I enjoy the music. The graphics are fun. It's like Super Mario and Star Wars, with a little bit of math. Do a special attack. And the game is a mix in like how challenging it is. There's secrets to each level, like a secret area that you can get to. I can jump up here. This is technically a secret area up here, which I can drop back down. I use my force jump to get up there. The later levels get challenging. Like, I had a hard time completing the 4th level, which is technically the 16th level, because there's like 4 sub-levels to each of the main levels. Thousandths place, it's 1. And I like how it varies how the math questions look. Hopefully we'll get the droid-based one at some point, which is quite fun. And we have a little hand animation that can scroll back and forth here. Quite fun. This shape has 4 out of 9 parts shaded. What is the fraction? Well, 4/9. Yeah, I'm on a roll. The American school system hasn't failed me yet. Oh. There we go. Alright. And I have to continue up. So this is just giving you a little taste of what this game is like. Oh, shoot. Block this bag at this guy. There we go. Oh, shoot. There we go. Oh yeah, and I can push this. Force push. Very cool. Very cool little force animation too. He's done that. More math.
Choose the correct answer to deactivate the deflector
So there is some math here and there. What shape is not a cylinder? Whew. Barely got it. And the math that questions it has are randomly generated. What shape is the base of the triangular pyramid? Well, the triangle. Because the other day it was asking me, like, adding and multiplying with thousands, and it was actually a little bit challenging, so it can vary its level of challenging. How many corners does this 3D shape have? 1, 2, 3. Oh no! How embarrassing. There we go. Alright. I can even deflect back. Oh shoot. Got too close to him. If you do get too close, you can't deflect back. But you can deflect while being on the rope. Oh yeah, I have to force jump to get up here. Oh wait, no. I won't be able to get back out of there if I go down there, because as you can see, my force is depleted. Uh-oh. Oh shoot, I mistimed it. There we go. You can also deflect them back, so if you slice them back, you can do that, or block them back. Oh wait, I think I can't get up there yet, because I don't have my force boost. Oh, I fell onto a thing.
Choose the correct answer to activate the control panel.
I'm having to think about these. But math is not my strong suit.
Correct.
But so yeah, this does interrupt the gameplay a little bit, but on later levels there's way more battling than learning. But the learning doesn't bother me too much. I still find it to be oddly just an overall fun experience. Oh shoot. There we go. Alright, so I unlocked a secret by going that way. I believe there's droids this way. Shoot, missed him. Alright. I think I have to go this way to get something.
Choose the correct answer.
We've not had a droid-based math problem yet. You'll see what I mean if we are lucky enough to get one of those. Those are quite fun.
Correct.
It's asking me about hexagonal prisms right now. It's crazy. It used to ask stuff like, what's 2 plus this, or 3 plus this, or what's greater than, less than, but it's moved on to geometry, so the game kind of learns and it advances.
Incorrect answer.
Oh, two-dimensional, my bad. So I will not get my health for that, and what happens when I miss the math questions is I lose the health pack that I could have got that would have boosted my health, and a droid appears out of nowhere and just starts to destroy me a little bit. Oh wait, there's another one back here. Oh wait, no there's not. There, got some health back. But you can drop up and down between levels, kind of have some fun, play around with it. It's really cool. I find the game mechanics to be pretty cool, pretty fun. Whoa. Ooh, a fun little attack. Boom. Okay, it'll descend. Go up here.
Mission accomplished.
There we go. First mission accomplished. Then R2 comes up with me, and that's level 1-1. In the same way of Super Mario, there will be 1-2, 1-3, 1-4, and it goes up to level 4-4. So it should have a little cutscene that I'll show before switching to the next game. Oh wait, no, you just go straight into it. Only every world does it change. And I will visit other planets. I end up on, I think Raxus. No, not Raxus. What planet do I end up on some other planets, other than Kashyyyk, where I'm at right now. There's a level where you're fighting on a spacecraft, on an Imperial spacecraft. There's levels where you're piloting ships, like it's Galaga. It's quite fun. Or at least I find it to be. I find it to be fun, at least. The combat is actually quite well done, in my opinion. There's a lot of variety to the levels. There's lots of places you can explore. My health is depleted. But yeah, that's the Clone Wars by Didj. So I will exit out now.
The control panel.
That's what the pause symbol looks like. And I will turn it off. And it saves your progress and stuff like that. It's nice. Now now it's booting up for Jedi Trial, which is a much more complex game. I'll show less of it, but that's because I could literally end up playing this whole game for 3 hours. This game's more engaging. It's a little less kiddie, I guess. It's a little more
Select your
challenging.
name and press
We'll go
play
for
as a-
Quinlan Voss again.
Mike. Select a game.
Jedi Trials. Here we go. So show you this game so you guys can get an idea for what this game is like. It's a different company that's involved in this one. 2009. Alright, here we go. New game. Okay, so these are the Padawans you can choose between. The Togruta female, the Twi'lek female, the human male, the male Keldor. We'll go for the male Keldor again. So here's the cutscenes, and this plays out like a motion comic almost with the music. So Coruscant, the council chambers, and Windu says, "This cannot be a coincidence. The Sith are making a move against us. Conclusive the evidence is, act swiftly we must," says Yoda. "Greetings, masters. You summoned us. Here's our Keldor and Anakin." "Yes, Anakin, we're cutting the Padawan's training short," says Windu. "There's been a raid on Tatooine, and we need you both to investigate." "Crime is a way of life on that planet. Why should this incident concern us?" says Anakin. "Threaten the security of the Republic is a disturbance in the Force we have felt," says Yoda. "Your training is being taken to the next level, Padawan," says Mace Windu. Yes, the 4 trials you will face. The trial of courage the first will be," says Yoda. "I understand, Master," says us, the Keldor Padawan. "Stay alert. The law on Tatooine is an unwelcome and barely tolerated nuisance at best," says Windu. "Go now, you must. May the Force be with you," says Yoda. So our gunship flies there. It's very neat. Cool art, cool screenshots. There's a lot more story to this game. A lot more story. A lot more nuance to this game. We're landing on Tatooine. All good Star Wars stories must go to Tatooine. And we've got this scene with the 2 moons, the Keldors, and Anakin out exiting the gunship in this art piece. "This is where the raid took place," says Anakin. It's probably nothing, but we'd better check it out," says Anakin. Boom! Explosion! They ignite their lightsabers, because here's some battle droids! "Battle droids, Padawan, prepare for battle," says Anakin. And then this is what the loading screen for this game looks like. So, it's quite neat. Press the A button to attack. We have some clone troopers. They won't follow us really at all after this. Hold the B button and press up to force push. Hold the B button and press down to force pull. Hold the A button to block.
So much for reinforcements.
And Anakin will talk to you the whole time. These clones will shoot here, but they won't follow us again. This is a force upgrade. Take them down. They usually take 2 hits, I believe. Oh, that one took 3. There's some health. It'll take me a minute to get the controls again. Yeah, sometimes Anakin will get stuck. He'll follow us and help us out this whole time. He should get here once we get around here. But the level design is always quite solid. Here, let me block this back at this guy. Oh yeah, and then if I press this button, it'll roll me certain ways. And this is the Jedi Holoc projector, apparently.
Let's get out of here.
Simple machines make the work of
And
moving
basically, this
objects
is where we have to do the science stuff to get past the door. There's doors that we'll get to that won't open until we do like a little science thing.
Planes allow an object to be moved with less
But after
force
that,
by increasing Increasing the distance that is moved.
This game is mostly fighting rather
Use the
than
D-pad to highlight an object in the
science
toolbar.
stuff.
Then press the A button to select it.
Like,
Press
there's
the
some
shoulder
big
buttons
rooms we'll get to
rotate
with
the
lots of
object.
enemies eventually.
Move the object into the main screen and press A to drop it. Then select the Go button to activate the holo projector. Place the inclined planes to move the ball to the target.
Now we go down and press go and demonstrate that we know
Place
science.
the inclined planes to move the ball to the target.
Look at that, we know science.
Place the inclined planes to move the ball to the target.
As you see, I have mastered with proficiency.
You have learned
Learning
that inclined
inclined
planes
planes.
make moving objects easier.
But man, if I'd have known that this game existed as a kid, I would have loved this. Press the B button. Yeah. So there, our inclined plane worked, and we were able to break down the locked door. And we go through, and there's battle droids again. Oh no! So as you can see, the 3D graphics of this game are somewhat impressive for this console. And yeah, we just go around Tatooine for the first 4 levels of this game. This game again operates on a four stages per level type of way. There's lots of streets down here. I've gotten lost before. Actually. The animation, sound effects, all on point in my opinion. But there's plenty of enemies to kill. Let's see if I can block some bullets back.
Gotta keep up!
Anakin says you've got to keep up. He has some fun little one-liners that he says. Let me force push him. That's a fun little thing you can do. And yeah, then here's a droidy car. There's a lot of hacking and slicing and dicing. And we continue on through this doorway. And more battle droids here. So, yeah. There we go, one more strike. And as you can see, there are quite a few droids. These levels aren't that challenging on Tatooine, but eventually we get to Tatooine and Modia. It's a little more challenging. We have some Darksiders that we fight. There's
Wedges and screws are
more things that happen. So
In the
then wedges
following
and
challenges,
screws, yep,
learn to
and we'll
identify
continue on
screws and
through
wedges
Tatooine
and
for
which to use in
a
different
while.
situations.
It takes like an hour to get through Tatooine, then like 30 minutes on the second and third, and then like an hour and a half on the final level. At least that's what I remember
Identify a
of
nail
it.
and drive it into the block.
So then it's like teaching us
Choose
nails
the
and
motion which will
screws.
remove the wedge most easily.
Uh-oh.
Choose the motion which will remove the wedge most easily.
I don't remember. Oh, wait. Is it upwards force? Yep. Alright, it was. So, yeah, that is Jedi Trials. And it'll save your game. And, yeah, that's what that game is like. It's so cool that there's a 3D graphics, third-person melee-style game that just really no one knows about. So yeah, let me know, guys. Would you like to see the full playthroughs of these games with the full stories, the way they turn out? These are interesting stories, interesting contributions to the lore. These are actual new adventures depicting new events, depicting new stories. Very cool. Very, very cool. I think they're quite interesting that they that they even exist. And I discovered these in 2019 because I was looking for the novel Jedi Trial. I accidentally typed in an S and found this, then subsequently found this, and realized that they had their own lore. I'd seen no one talking about them. On YouTube, there's a couple of videos about it, but no full playthroughs. And when I talked to people that I later knew in the Expanding Universe community, the Expanding Universe fandom about them, like Callum Johns, who's a well-known gamer, and other people who like video games in the Star Wars Expanded Universe, and no one had really heard of these. So I was just very confused that no one had heard of these. In 2020 at Christmas, I used some spending money to purchase these with the console. So I'm not sure why exactly they're obscure. Maybe it's the console was childish and kiddie, so no one really played it. But I got it and then played through them both on the day and thought they were pretty cool. Thought they were pretty cool, valuable new contributions to the EU. Sith Nova Holocrons and Ultimate Droidicons. They existed somewhere in the universe, as per these games. And I really like my console that's branded as the Star Wars one. How expensive are these? 3 years ago, you could have gotten a Didj for like $10-20. The games, $5 each used. But I wanted to get the Star Wars console, so I paid $39 for the Star Wars console, brand new in the box. With this game was included in the box with the Star Wars design console, because not all of them have the beautiful Star Wars design with the clone trooper on it on the actual console itself. Some of them are just gray or pink or green or whatever. And then I got this one separate for like $4 new. Very, very cheap overall to get a fully working console with fully working games for it. Are these kiddie? Yeah, they teach rudimentary, early middle school educational stuff. But they have their own stories. They have new lore, new story, new characters, new concepts, new ideas. Really cool expanded universe stuff, in my opinion. Someone who's better at tech, let me know in the comments if, based on the ports I showed on the console, there's any way that I could buy any sort of cord that would connect it to my computer so I could screen record and upload screen record playthroughs. If not, though, and you guys are interested, I can record full playthroughs with or without commentary, whichever you guys would prefer, using the same system I use to record stuff now, or hopefully screen record it in some way. Because there's no screen recording software on the console. If I could get a cord that would run it to my computer, then maybe I could screen record and upload that. Because this is new expanded universe content. This is new story lore that people don't know about. So I feel like it needs to be archived for our community. So let me know if you guys would like to see full playthrough videos, level by level. I could do that. Try to get to all the secrets. I don't know if I've even found all the secrets. I think I only found half of them in this game. There's no really secrets here, but it's a big space. There were areas I didn't explore, droids I decided not to fight by going around a different way. So these would be full playthroughs that I could do, so that you guys could see the entire story, the entire games for what they are. Let me know if you guys are interested in seeing that full thing. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed a little look into these games and what they are. Let me know in the comments if you knew about these, because I've found no one in the Expanding Universe fandom so far that was aware that these existed. So I feel kind of crazy, like I dreamt up these existing, because it seems like no one else knows that they're out there. But they are. They exist. They're on my EU timeline. I just threw them somewhere in between arcs of the show. But yeah, I think they're pretty cool. They're really obscure Star Wars EU. Let me know if you guys are going to purchase them. If you guys want to play them, I find them fun in like a childish, amusing way. But yeah, let me know if any of you are going to track these down. Or if any of you, in fact, did know about these. I'd love to hear about it. Thank you guys for watching. And I'll see you next time on Obscure Star Wars EU when I talk about the Star Wars Mythos short stories. What are those? Find out then.